All right,
Oh,
it's game club time. We're making podcasts now.
Yes,
well,
sir.
Yeah,
yeah.
back at it again.
All right, so let's start by introducing ourselves.
Name's Delaney. I am a recent officer of Game Club, and my current position is Spirit Coordinator.
I'm Lin Yu Chen. I'm a junior at SOAR, and then I've been an officer since like last year, something around that time.
Nice.
And I'm
Nice.
secretary.
Hi, I am Joshua, and I am the current president of Sora Game Club.
Hi, I'm Koji. I am the VP of Game Club.
I am Grayson, and I am the media manager for SOAR Game Club. All right, so all right, what made you decide to join Game Club? Let's start with Mr. President.
I decided to join Game Club because I wanted to make a place where we can all come together and play video games together.
All right.
Seems pretty solid. Mr. Vice President.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, someone pressured me into joining Game Club, but I've enjoyed being your VP. But yeah, I was essentially pressured in. But hey, when you're given responsibility, you gotta own up to that responsibility, I guess.
Exactly.
That's the funny thing, cause you see, back when we like during the election, some dude named Alfredo, he was like, "Yo, we should join Game Club." I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And that's how it went down. He just like asked me out of nowhere. I think that's the same thing with Koji, right? It just like came out of nowhere one day. It's like, yo, you should like, become a game club officer with me. I'm like, sure. And then he just dipped.
You said, man, I
He
don't
never
lose
came back
anymore.
again until like never.
Until never.
Until
Exactly.
never. And I wanted, like, I'm a senior currently, and I've been wanting to become a Game Club officer for a while, but at the time when Game Club was established or taken under new management, the election was pretty much popularity contest, and I knew damn well I wasn't among the people who were running, so I didn't even bother. But this year I thought I had a chance. I ran, and I had no competition. Literally, no one else wanted my role,
Fame.
and
Nice.
here I am.
Yeah. Also, my position as media manager was added like what this year. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Joshua, Mr. President, literally went up to me and was like, "Yo, want to be media manager?" And I was like, "Sure."
Exactly.
And he said, "Okay, now you have to run." I'm like, "Cool."
Run for the place, not as literally run.
Yeah. Well,
That,
yeah,
that that's kind of like that Mysore.
yeah. Just different person, and
Exactly.
yeah. So now that we're all introduced, let's get down to business. In your youth, because that's clearly not today. What games did you play? Like, what got you into gaming?
I think Grace, since you introduced a question, I say you go first.
Oh, all right,
Start it off.
Exactly.
all right. Um, well, I
Just
remember
go first.
I remember like my game was the Lego Star Wars saga. For
Okay.
I had it on the Wii. And I played that like all the time, like the pod race, Death Star trench fights. That was just my thing. And then later on, Minecraft came into the scene, and I started to play Minecraft. Then I got introduced to like Super Mario, and that's just kind of my whole thing now. And I think the last thing that like really got like classified me as a gamer was the Five Nights at Freddy's series. And that was just fun to theorize and talk about.
Yeah. What about those games like really got you into it? Because like with like for example with Five Nights, would you say it was a theorizing, the actual game lore, or like the gameplay? What was it? Like,
Yeah.
what do you think is your primary hit? Are you a story guy? You just pure gameplay, don't care, or are you just whatever game looks fun, right?
Yeah, I think I'm a story guy for the most part. Like
All
with
right.
Five Nights at Freddy's, I had no friends, and
Damn.
that's when that came out, and I was at a new school, so I was like,
Mm.
I need to make friends, and my soon to be friends were playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and they were theorizing about it. I'm like, all right, this is interesting.
All right.
And Mario, I like the platforming, and it's just fun.
Mm.
Same with Minecraft. You get to just be creative and just have fun. I like having fun and a good story every now and again.
Right.
How about you?
Well, for me, I all right. So truth be told, I wasn't like my first game was Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. It was scary. No, I swear to God, it scared the living soul out of me. Like I saw my uncles playing it. Like I was in my house and I saw my uncles. Like when they were playing it, they're a little bit younger than I am right now, and they weren't paying attention. They left the console on, so I started playing it. I screamed because I didn't like it. I didn't like the zombies. And like initially, mind you, I was 4. I was young. Like this is my first introduction to any game, like beyond even zombies. And boy, oh boy, did I not like it. So I dropped control. I left the game unpaused. They died. They were kind of sad, and and then I went about my day. And a few years later, yet again, same uncles, because they lived with me for a while. I caught a glimpse of an Xbox 360 game, and it was the Xbox 360 game. Well, box art, Fallout 3, and the power suit, like the power armor that is displayed on the cover, scared the soul out of me. I have no clue what it was. Like I didn't know what it was. I didn't know the relation it had to in game. I genuinely thought it was a monster of some sort. And yet again, I was like 7, maybe at the time 6. Still not very well endowed in terms of my gaming experience. At that point, the only knowledge I had was when my uncle got me a Wii for myself, and I got like Mario Kart, some stuff like that. Like I think everyone at one point in their life started off with something like very similar to Mario Kart, Sonic, Tetris. Like everyone had to start with one of those old school games. Because I mean, hey, we're not millennials. We're not millennials. We're not that old. Where our old school completely is like waiting Christmas launch for the N64. But we are old enough that those are still part of our childhood, I believe. And in current day, I find myself drawn to story games. Any story, any and all story games that I can find. Like for example, recently a big hit for me was Death Stranding. Death Stranding is it's a relaxing game because the gameplay is absolute cheeks. Like, and it's relaxing. It's really good gameplay, but most would consider the reason the game got a really bad rating initially is because the gameplay is not engaging. It's just walking from point A to point B and hoping you don't fall on your face. But the story by the end of it is what got me enveloped in it. Like it got me. It completely. It felt like it transported me. It felt like it transported to a new world because of how detailed it was. Every last portion of it was detailed. Every last rock on that damn map felt like it had detail to it. And so I ended up since I play on PlayStation primarily, though I play on PC now. I ended up platinuming the game, which means I got every single trophy, and I've been completing a bunch of games. Not ever since then. Like it wasn't. That's not necessarily my origin story, but platinuming and completing games are what I tend to do now. Anytime I start a new game, I don't stop playing until I platinum it.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very detailed.
I try.
The very first game I remember playing was, I think, Mario Kart on the DS. Like,
Same.
I
Bro,
told
it
you.
was
See,
really
Mario's part of our childhood.
Mario
Mario
Kart,
Kart-
yes.
Mario Kart was really fun. I think I went, like, I kind of stopped playing after like a while because I got like not so good grades and my mom just kind of like made me not play. So like it is what it is. It was what it is, and I came back like around like 10 or 12 and I completed the entire game, like got all the characters, maps, and everything.
Mhm.
And then, like during that time, I also got interested in. I remember seeing Black Ops 2 gameplay. Right? I'm like, yo, this game seems pretty cool, right? So
Yeah, right.
I always wanted to play Black Ops 2, but my mom would never get it for me because it's like very too mature, too much violence. So we never ended up getting it until one day my dad was like, let's get that PlayStation 4, right? And
Hey.
coincidentally, we also got my first Call of Duty game, which is Call of Duty Ghost.
Hey, same. That's when I got the PS4 too. First game I got.
First game. And my mom got mad at my dad. I was like, why didn't you get the Xbox, bro? There's like other games that's not like shooting. I'm like, my dad's like, hey, it's the PlayStation. I'm like, it is what it is. And now
Yeah, what about it?
yeah, what about it? Exactly.
Little baby Lenu was going crazy for Call of Duty.
Shut up, bro. Black Ops 2 was a good game.
It was.
Ghost wasn't too good, but like Black Ops 2 was amazing.
Ghost was good for the time. I had no other experience at the time with it.
I remember
Exactly.
playing Black Ops 4 split screen with my cousins when I went to their house. Like,
Bro, I remember playing Black Ops 2 just once. That's why I
What?
like did it. I think it was like Black Ops 2 Zombies. split screen.
Remember the good old days where games actually had split screen?
Exactly, bro.
I mean, some games still do, but I can say with experience, it's not great. They don't anticipate you playing split screen. There's a game
But
like
it's cool.
there's a game that actually really heavily utilizes split screen, and that's whatchamacallit, Cuphead, where you can literally
Oh, yeah.
only play with a friend if you do split screen.
I've never played that game.
You
I've
should.
heard
It's very
about
fun.
it. It's like super hard or something.
Oh
like
yeah, terrible.
For me, it would have to be Minecraft for sure.
that.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I think
How do you
Minecraft
mean?
because like YouTube, like when YouTube was a thing,
Oh,
Minecraft
yeah.
was very popular. Like, oh, I never played like any games up until like I was 7 or 8. Yeah, I think I can't recall if I had a DS or anything, but I would say Minecraft and Pokemon were like the 2 games that really got me into gaming. But yeah.
Anyone remember the PSP?
I love the PSP.
Yeah, it was really old.
The PSP was great.
Y'all remember the Secret Saturdays, man? That was a good Cartoon Network show.
I don't know what that is.
Sadness.
On
I
the
love Cartoon
PS
Network.
on the PSP, I had like this one game. It's called I Am Bread, where you're just a you're just
I was
a
out all the
slice
way
of
back
bread.
then.
I've never seen that.
It's
I think
so
I-
stupid and
I
broken.
know that. I know the game. I didn't know that was all the way. Is that like original PSP, PS Vita? Like what? What era was it?
I Am Bread was released in 2015.
I remember
2015.
seeing Markiplier.
So it was for the PS Vita.
Yeah.
PS Vita, there
Oh
you go.
yeah, the PS Vita. My dad.
Not
used to
the
have one.
original PSP where like you had trouble trying to put those discs in
Yeah.
to that
Or them
disc
scratching,
tray.
or you putting it in the wrong
Yeah.
way because we're stupid
Yes,
kids.
sir. Yep. Just jammed it in whatever way and hopefully it fit.
Hope for the best. The latch on my PSP broke. Like the cartridge latch broke, so I had to legit whenever I put in the game, I had to put a piece of tape back on it so it stayed shut. And sometimes it'd open up and just completely crash my PSP. It's
Hmm.
terrible, but I loved it to
Yeah.
death.
Never had.
Has
a
anyone really?
No, I have not.
I have 3. My cousin broke
3.
one.
3
Oh yeah.
Dang.
overkill,
Well,
bro.
My older brother had one. I had one, and then I bought another one for parts, but then it got demolished.
Damn.
My cousin ripped that disc tray out.
No.
It made me sad. But yeah. Anyone played Mario Party on the DS?
Mario Party. I didn't have enough
I've heard
friends to
about
play
it,
Mario
but
Party.
I've never really played it.
What? Have you guys ever played a Mario Party game?
Oh yeah, I've played Mario Party games, but just not. I mean, if actually, in all fairness, the only Mario Party game I've played is like the newest one that came out. I played it with, and I played it in my math class too, because we had a free day.
That's hilarious.
It was great.
I think we've all played Just Dance though.
Yeah,
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Dance is interesting.
Just
Yeah.
Dance, yeah. The moves
Okay.
on there was weird.
I remember this one
just get good
Russian
though.
song. I think it was Rara Rasputin that they had on one of the Just Dances.
Yeah.
And they didn't try. It was the biggest heartbreaker to me when I realized that they don't actually follow your movements completely. It's just kind of if they sense emotion, they'll do it. Like they'll give you full points for it. So after I figured that out, I kind of just exploited every game. So I sat down on the couch and just started moving my arm around, and I got perfect on everyone.
That's Just Dance 2 Rasputin.
Rasputin, there you go. I told you. So yeah, no, I broke the game at that point just with that exploit, and it took a lot of the fun out for it because that means I didn't actually have to dance to win.
And it's just all about the competition trying to get the high score.
I was only ever competing against my sisters, dude.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, they were gods when it came to actual dancing, but me, once I figured out the strats, they stopped playing with me because I always won. They're out of breath by one song. I'm sitting there, 13 songs in, haven't broke a sweat.
Waving your hand.
Exactly, waving my hand around. My MJ with the one glove. That's me right now.
Nice.
Not right now, but still.
I mean, we kind of touched on this, but what games do you play now?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, then you can answer that.
Or what games are you
I-
playing currently? Like as we
Like,
speak.
that's the second.
as we speak right now, currently, I am playing Call of Duty Vanguard, bro.
Of course you are.
I play.
As I
Other
live and
games
breathe.
include very competitive games like CS or Valorant, but those are the main games I play. I mean, I occasionally play story games. I also like those. I really want to try to play Ghost of Tsushima. My brother has it, so I'm gonna just probably hop onto his PlayStation and play it.
It's great.
And I also want to play the new Forza. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale so I could just buy it when it's on sale, so I don't have to spend as much money.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
true.
Good choice.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is one of those just really fun games that it's fun enough that you can go back and play. You can go back and play it twice, and you'd still feel like a fresh experience. I platinumed it when it first came out. First month it came out, I remember it was July 16th, something like that, because I pre-ordered and I got the steelbook and everything. That's one of my stupid hobbies, like collecting steelbooks. But I got Ghost of Tsushima, platinumed it within 2 weeks, and felt emptiness because I wanted to keep playing it. I didn't bother though, because I had other games. I have a backlog of games I have to go to. So when the director's cut got announced, I immediately bought that. Just that is second down. That's what I'm playing right now, actually. Well, not at this exact moment, but in my free time, I went back to play it. You can just transfer all your save data, right? You'd get the platinum trophy immediately, but I'm playing it all the way from the start, gonna explore everything all over again, just to get that fresh experience. And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, and it sucks.
Oh wow.
What is it? I usually play shooting games like Warzone and Apex. Rainbow Six
Those are the
Siege.
only two games you play.
Yep.
Have you played on the new map yet for Apex?
Yes, I was playing it 30 seconds ago. No, 30 minutes ago. Sorry.
She said I thought you outed yourself.
No.
Exactly. Then you get mad at me for playing Vanguard.
Exactly. What do you think of it? You think it's a good map?
I think it's cool, but I honestly hate the third parties. It's so annoying.
That's just Apex in general, though. You go to Kings
It's
Canyon, you
any
go to
battle.
Olympus. Exactly.
Any battle royale game.
I
Battle Royale, you'll get third party.
it's even worse than Apex because of the movement.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone can literally move across the map in 10 seconds.
It's gone to the point where it's actually just a genuine strategy where you hear gunfire, you go towards it, and you expect to be the third party, or towards the end circle, you're not the first one to push because you're afraid to get third partied by the next team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like playing battle royale games just because for that fact. It's kind of annoying.
Rebirth Island on Warzone's fun.
Huh?
Rebirth Island on Warzone?
Bro, Warzone is just way too sweaty. That's why I don't really play it. It's just every time you just start reloading and some dude comes out of nowhere, 360 you in the head, bro.
That true.
98K.
Yeah, I don't like battle royale games as well.
Koji,
Yeah.
what games do you play currently?
Currently, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played games in a while.
Damn.
I mean, I be playing chess, you know.
Hey.
Yeah.
Coach is kind of goated at that.
Nonstop chess master.
Yeah, Koji is the best at chess.
I'm just waiting for the World Chess Championships, which is November 21st.
Hey.
You gonna try to win?
What? No.
Hell
I'm gonna be destroyed.
You should try to win. I want to see you.
Watch you get
I
paired
want to see
against
how far you
Hikaru.
get.
I'm gonna make one move and then just be destroyed.
Checkmate.
Nah,
Checkmate
I
in
played
one.
chess with Koji once, and he beat me in like I think 4 moves. Not even joking.
Oh yeah.
Koji doesn't-
Never attack.
Koji doesn't just play chess; he beats you into submission, dude. He destroys your spirit in chess. He makes sure you sit there and sulk, thinking, "Damn."
I played one game against this man. I'm never playing it with him again.
I've played multiple, but we got pretty far, but I always lost.
I tried playing speed chess with Koji. That did not end well.
Oh yeah,
It never ends well. Speed chess.
I suck at speed chess because I take too long to think. I hate chess with the timer. I don't know.
Oh, chess with the
It's
time.
because it
hilarious.
never gives me enough time to think. You know, I just randomly move and hopefully I win. You know.
Koji, what do you think about the Scandinavian opening?
No. Scandinavian defense is so bad.
The Scandinavian
Oh my
defense
God.
is great.
It doesn't help you at all. The white just gets so much more development, and then no.
The Scandinavian defense, for those who don't know, is pretty much a defense that opens up your board a little too much, leaves little room for development, and is typically only used by beginners or against beginners. And my friend Andrew Nakud, he brought it up to us, or more specifically, he brought it up to Koji as a joke, and he's ever since made it a point that every game he's played the Scandinavian defense, he's lost, and he's a good chess player, but. It's even Miss Tebow. Miss Tebow's a very well-rounded chess player. We told her about it, walked away. Not one word said, just a glare of why.
The glare of disappointment from
The
his team.
glare. It was great though. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Other than chess, like I've been playing Valorant like quite a bit. Actually, not too much. Like maybe once a week.
I get too salty in that game.
Yeah, I've
You
played
always
with
get
both
too
the
toxic.
twins. They get very toxic.
That's
Yeah.
not toxic.
That's why we stopped
Funny.
playing CS. You guys get way too mad at that.
I don't get mad at CS. I
No, you get really mad.
don't know what
You
you're
get
talking
really mad.
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
You do. I can personally account for that.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Wow.
He said, "Nah,
Never.
never."
Never.
Exposed? Question mark.
Hey.
Bro,
It's
like
like
4K?
so mad.
AK ratio.
Like, bro, these guys are hacking, and like, bro, they're just better.
That's my
Like,
favorite quote.
we always get destroyed. Like, bro, they're hacking. I'm like, no, they're just better. Like, just admit it, bro. You're not good at the game.
He takes up the fetal position. Just they're hacking. I swear they are.
It's every time we play. Bro, they're hacking. Every time we start losing. Bro, I
And
swear,
then
bro,
they
they just turn
start
on
being
hack.
unnecessarily toxic to the enemy team.
I know. It's hilarious.
You see? Someone finds it funny.
What's you guys' place on what's you guys like stance on on friendly toxicity in games like
Oh, no, it's not actually
like trash talk stuff like that.
I hate trash talk.
It's funny.
I
To
think
a certain degree. It's like funny for like the first 2 times, and then like it just
Yeah, and then it gets out
kinda
of hand. Yeah.
gets, yeah.
Like if you do ironic trash talk, then I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if you're like trash talking like to trash talk, like I don't know, it's very annoying in my opinion, and I get very annoyed even when my teammates do it. You know.
yeah.
Ah, hee hee.
It's kind of like road rage. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
However,
Right.
I
Yeah.
will say that the funniest, I think the funniest trash talk would come from a person playing chess. I just putting that out
Bro,
there. It's like, oh, what are you doing there, huh? What are you doing? I took your bishop. What do you think?
that sounds
They do have
hilarious.
those. I've seen videos of people trash talking in chess.
This is the degree of trash talking in chess I can imagine. It's just Koji sitting there like, you blundered. Oh, yeah.
Koji did that to me actually when we played chess.com, man. Because he's like, ha, you blundered. That was hilarious.
Get
The-
wrecked.
Just wow, you really lost that.
All right, let's move on to the next question.
I didn't,
move
I
on,
didn't,
alright.
answer, I didn't answer
Bro,
the last question.
come
but
on,
that's
man.
fine.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Didn't answer.
That's fine. That's fine. Sure, we'll move on.
No, Grayson, go.
Okay.
I thought you went. I thought you went. I'm
That's
sorry.
It's okay. Currently, I'm kind of with Koji. I haven't had time to play games. But I played the Marvel Spider-Man games. For on the PS4. I love that. That was so much fun. I just like the web slinging physics, and
Right.
there's also
Yes.
it's the perfect Spider-Man movie. You know, like if you actually went to the theater and saw this movie, I think you wouldn't be disappointed.
The story is very good in that game.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
if you haven't played it, should we spoil it?
No.
Danny.
Just,
Well,
That-
it's been like what
Don't-
4 years since it came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
like, there's
It's been a
still
while.
people who haven't played it like me, you know?
The DLC is good. The DLC is good, but short.
It's fun. I've played on the game twice now, but I still haven't played the DLC.
There's just 3, but plus the Miles Morales game.
Yeah, the Miles Morales was so. I think it gives me a lot more appreciation for Miles Morales as a character.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall,
Did you-
okay. This might be a hot take for Miles Morales, but I personally, the game itself was good. It was fine, but the length of it really, really
was not
took a
worth.
toll on me.
It was not worth the amount of money that we paid for it.
I paid on launch $70 to get both the The remaster, yeah, because that's how much PS5 games cost now, or new games.
Ooh.
And
That's expensive.
Yep. And in all fairness, this one was kind of a good deal because it came with another game. It came with the original Spider-Man, like from the PS4 remaster, and the remaster is beautiful, my dear. That alone, I'd say, would be worth an entire another $60.
Hmm.
But I'm glad I got it with Miles Morales. Miles Morales itself, yet again, another beautiful game. The mechanics were great. The like the new gameplay that added was great. The story pacing was just so off for me. Like the story itself was good, right? But it felt like because of the length of the game, they were just breezing through it. Like it was nothing. By the end of the climax of the story, like the ending of it, I sat there and yeah, I thought it was an emotional moment. I'm not gonna say what it was because I don't want to spoil it. That one is still a relatively new game. It was an emotional moment. I did care, but but my experience as a whole was impacted by the length of the game.
Right.
They did a really good job with the first one, and I can't wait for the second Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The second Spider-Man I think is gonna be great, especially now that they in the trailer showed off Venom.
Ooh, yeah,
Venom,
that's
yes.
right.
I wonder if they're gonna continue the storyline with Osborn,
Norman
that's
Osborn.
Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
I think they might. I think they're gonna use whatever villains they got left to conclude it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they really set the bar high when they actually started their series with the Sinister Six.
Right.
It was really good. The raft fighting scenes were
Mhm.
just so good.
Unreal Engine 5 like coming
Mhm.
out, and like there's AI technologies. Actually, I was looking at 1 Minute Papers like recently, and their work. Well, he was reviewing a work of an AI doing physics simulations, and it can pretty much render physics simulations that should take like hours and hours of rendering, right? And
Mhm.
to do it in real time. So it's just a really good AI that can predict a lot of things. So I'm gonna assume that in the next few years there's gonna be like a large jump in the efficiency and optimization in gaming, and as well as the graphics scene in gaming and like physics scene in gaming.
Mhm.
And like I soon it should be really like a renaissance of the gaming industry.
Well, and we're already seeing the effects of that now. Like, for example, the new, in terms of physics, the new Battlefield, the new Call of Duty, they're starting to add destructible environments because eventually we're gonna get to a point where the graphical fidelity of games is just gonna cap out. We're at 4K. 4K. Everyone thought it couldn't get better than 4K. We're going to 8K. I see 8K, and I don't think we're gonna get better than 8K. But then we got. Then we're our next step probably gonna be 12K, 16K. There's only so good you can make a game look. So you got to find other ways to innovate, right? And so with the new Battlefield 2042, and Vanguard, is they're adding indestructible environments where the physics of it are realistic. You crash into it, you're gonna take a chunk out of the building, or Vanguard a little bit less so, but you run through a wall, the wall's gonna fall down with you, dude. Like it's cool, it's interesting, and it's gonna take more processing power, but that is something more games are leaning towards.
I played beta of Battlefield 2042, and the destructive environment was really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Especially on the spaceship map.
Right.
You could if you grabbed a jet, just ran into another airplane and see what happens.
See what happens. Do it.
See what happens.
Sounds threatening almost. Yeah, do it. Yeah, that's what I thought, punk.
And especially RPGs, when you shoot them at an airplane, it just comes crashing down. The graphics are just so good. It looks so nice.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about. You see, at one point these graphics are gonna get so hard to run, like the average gaming PC won't able to run. You have to have a super high end in order to see all of these.
Let's use back PC.
Hey, I think
Shut up! You can't even
industry
run.
will grow with time.
It's a joke, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and there's gonna be, because everything isn't optimized yet. Like Unreal Engine 5 like proved that you can optimize like so much more stuff when it comes to like Lumite technology or the nanite technology. Like you can optimize rendering. It's been a while since I last looked over what like Unreal Engine 5 offered, but I know they offered like technology with Lumite, and somehow they were able to optimize that to where it's like just insanely faster than the other versions. I don't even know how they did that, but I guess Vulkan and just them doing crazy stuff. And then there was like nanite technology, where essentially I think it was like they rendered objects in certain areas. I don't know what they did, but regardless of what they did, it improved the performance by so much, and it just made everything look better whilst keeping like really good performance. So I don't necessarily think like we're gonna require top end computers. I mean, to a degree, to an extent, possibly, but I think the industry will grow with time and with more software being more optimized. It's and with AI and like machine learning coming out, because that is gonna allow real time simulations to occur, right? So it's more of just it's more of just that the industry will grow with time, and I think with time we can find that gaming might become more available to individuals with like poor like computers or like medium level computers, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you think that the gaming industry would suffer if games looked too realistic?
No, I think that'd be pretty cool
I
because I
think
think
it'd be
that's what a
better.
lot of games are going for, like that realism vibe, you know.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
feel
especially
like
Battlefield
yeah,
and Call of
Battlefield,
Duty.
like Call of Duty, exactly. Like if it looks, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like if it looks a bit more real, but like not too real, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you say for example, I don't know if you've seen the 8K trailer for Battlefield 2042, but it looks so nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like all the explosions and everything just flying around, the tornadoes, the environment features in it they're adding.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It just looks super cool.
Right.
yeah.
Nice.
It's cool. It's cool that we're moving towards a more realistic depiction, but I think like whether this affects us directly or not is that there's going to be a bunch of there's going to be a huge debate and argument towards how realistic is too realistic. Like in a shooter game,
Yeah.
like when you shoot someone who looks pretty much exactly like the person right next to you,
Yeah.
how like is that something you can do in game? I know like you can keep it mentally that this is only a game, this is only a game, but eventually when you if it looks too realistic, you might mentally bring that into the real world of this is
Yeah.
just a game because it looks it looks identical, it looks one to
I
one.
think at one point they are gonna stop upgrading the graphics and focus on performance.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that's
Like-
what a decent amount of games are trying to do.
Exactly. That's what the PS5 is shooting for.
Like
Yeah, because it's working on
Vanguard, it's a lot
RTX and everything.
Yeah, like Vanguard is a lot easier to run than Cold War, from my experience.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They're not focusing on more of realism. Like they're trying to keep
Yeah.
that little animated aspect to it, but yeah, they're working. Yeah.
I think the realism aspect more is going towards CGI in film than in
Yeah.
gaming, because in film there's not necessarily something you need to run, it's something you compact onto a disc, for example, or onto a streaming platform, wherever, right?
Mhm.
Like that you can make your CGI as realistically as humanly possible because it is not the person watching it, the viewer actively interacting with it. In a game, you would actively be pulling for like better, you'd be pulling the trigger if you were doing something like that in a shooter, for example. So that's the morality aspect of it. Is we're gonna move forward graphically, potentially in the cinematic scene, but in gaming we're just moving towards better frame rates. Like for now with the PS5, like they're trying to advertise, even though they can't technically do it, they're trying to advertise 4K 120, like 120 FPS.
Ooh.
And
My
And
computer
next-
can't run that.
hell no, yeah, mine kind of can, not 4K, but and that's what they're shooting for now. And years down the road, they're gonna do 4K 120 is gonna be the consistent rather than 4K 60. And then years down that is gonna be 8K 60, hoping for the best, right? And then further and further and further, they're just gonna shoot for better. And eventually, they're gonna get rid of the 120 version. They're gonna start moving on to 200 frames. Beyond 200, and move on 300. Can you see like? Is it realistic to say this is going to be the future? Yeah, that it's all going to be performance.
If you like hypothetical, what if you
Mhm.
never got into gaming at all, where do you think you would be and how different do you think you would be?
I think I'd be sad in the corner.
You already said in
I
the corner.
think.
He said so nothing changed.
True.
Yeah, we got you there.
Sheesh, man.
I
Me,
probably. I
Yeah,
think
so
I'd
it's
be
all-
focused more on school than
Mhm.
playing video games over the weekend.
Hmm.
Procrastination.
Hey.
Bro, I know for sure. I would have brain stopped working. Hold up. I would most definitely like be more efficient in my skills.
Your brain would be fried. You barely play games now.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, here's the thing. Like over quarantine, like I wasted a lot of like my life doing gaming. You know, like
I
when
wouldn't say
could've spent-
wasted.
Coach, you spent that time with the homies.
Yeah, is it
Okay,
really
true.
wasting your time when you enjoyed it?
Exactly.
Is it really wasting your time when it's not focused on your career? You know, like
No,
okay.
I think doing nothing is actually pretty amazing. You know,
Mhm,
I think spending time doing nothing is like one of the things that I enjoy.
It's needed for sometimes.
The thing is though, playing
Koji, you
games
just
is
work
not
too
doing
much.
nothing. I
We-
understand what you mean by doing nothing, and I would agree meditation is quite nice, but
No, I don't
Like-
even meditate. I just lay on my bed for 3 hours.
Relax thy brain.
I mean, is that not a form of meditation?
True,
Nope.
true.
Watching YouTube is a form of meditation.
No,
No,
that's a
'cause you're
lie.
not doing it.
That's a lie.
YouTube
No.
Shorts is great.
no.
Okay, buddy.
There's always that one weird video when you scroll far enough.
That's
You
true.
fall too deep into the rabbit hole.
Bro,
Very true.
in my feed, I saw this one video, and I can't remember who it was by, but it was
Uh-oh.
how to flip people off with 3 fingers. I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah,
No.
I saw that as well.
Yo.
I was kind of intrigued, you know.
I bet we could all open our YouTube right now and have at least one video in common.
Bet. Let's go.
Let's go.
Never mind. Forget what I said. We probably have entirely different recommendations. Okay, Grayson. If you didn't have video games in your life, where would you be hypothetically?
I mean, since I don't play video games that often anymore, I think it'd probably be somewhat in the same place, but I wouldn't be as energized, I guess, because I kind of get that feel from the video games. I'd probably have no friends because everyone else would be talking about video games and I wouldn't be. So,
See, I feel like Grace and I could become good friends if we both weren't playing video games.
well, yeah,
It's
well,
like-
we became friends
well,
because we were talking about quantum physics anyway. So, you know.
yeah.
I was
feel
told
like
that
if I-
story.
Friends because
If I
of game
didn't play
club.
video games, I would probably be like more knowledgeable in physics and mathematics as well.
Yeah.
Or how about you, Delaney?
Oh, I'd just be depressed as hell, dude. Like for a darker turn, it would just be like my life was genuinely be much worse without video games. It's always a cliche with some people. It's just like, yeah, video games made my life so much better. But in this case, it actually did for me because sometimes all people need is a distraction from life or distraction from stress or distraction from anything really. And video games was that for me.
I
Just
could say-
distracted me.
I could
It was
say
good.
I have used this technique.
Exactly, and it's just like some could use it for the sake of unproductivity. Like I'm distracting myself from homework, and that's fine. Like you know what, like if you don't like, eventually you're gonna have to get to your homework, right, or else you see the consequences of it. But in the end, video games is just a good escape for me. Like I can. Some people escape through reading. Like they'll read a book and they'll escape into the fantasy world that they read there, like or into that hypothetical. Some people have a very active imagination and like to draw, like and are very talented in that. That's how they escape. My escape is video games. It always has been for me. So without it, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure where I'd be because I wouldn't be the same person I am today.
Mm,
I would just be super bored.
I don't think any of us would be the same.
no.
Yeah.
Mm. They
Video
all have
games
different reactions
have
to it.
changed the way we are.
Hmm
Because
That-
it probably did.
For
Yeah.
better or worse.
Eh,
A little bit of both.
a little bit.
I wouldn't be
Yeah,
as
but you know.
chill.
I think we've all gotten in trouble from video games at one point.
Yes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
That is for sure.
Oh yeah, you know, baby.
Either staying up late with the DS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hiding
Mama
under the
covers
pillow.
those sheets.
Yeah. Yep. Either that or getting bad grades because you didn't do your homework.
I
Because you're
remember.
video
I
games.
remember that. Back in 7th grade, I got like grades you wouldn't see me getting now. Like
Not than you.
Oh, B
I
minus.
I got like C's and B's and like 1A probably.
B minus.
No.
No.
My mom wasn't mad too mad. She was like, yeah, whatever.
Not the sore mentality.
I was
Dog
surprised
shit.
because I was expecting my mom to be a lot more angrier. She's like, yeah,
Just do better next time, boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, my
mom-
problem was that I had a smart mouth So like I mean I had like good grades and stuff. I would do well in school. It's just that I would always get into it with teachers because I was a smart aleck. Well, still am smart aleck. Yeah. So and then my mom would be like, "You can't say that. Give me your PlayStation." I'm like, "Fine."
Not the PlayStation.
I'm just ripping it out of the wall. Fine, mom, take it.
Yeah. She like not even knowing how it's hooked up. Just like she'll take the whole TV. Like that's it.
Walking out with the box TV.
That reminds me. One of my friends gets his Xbox ripped out by his mom when it's too late. It's his bedtime. Manuel, if you're watching this, that's for you.
that's dedicated to you, baby.
Bet.
It's funny because I've gotten to the point where I've kind of outsmarted my parents in terms of how to prevent them from stopping me from playing. Because what they used to do is they used to turn off the internet. Now I'm kind of the IT guy. Like just the other day, not even the other day, just yesterday, my internet was out. We thought we were in a power outage or like a network outage, so we didn't bother with it. And I learned this morning that my mom just turned off the wireless button on it.
Damn,
And so we're
click that reset.
exactly like she was trying to restart the internet, and in turn she pressed the wireless button and broke everything. And so me being the IT guy, I had to fix it, and that was annoying. And so they don't know how to turn off the internet anymore. Like if they do it throughout their phones, I have the login too. I can do that. Like I have my own way of turning it back on. They used to turn off the power. I know where the fuse box is. I can turn that bad boy back on.
Yeah.
Age and maturity.
Exactly. Like they can unplug all my stuff. Guess what? Only I know where all my stuff's plugged in. If you look at my wires, I swear to God, it looks like a fire hazard. Like if my house were to blow up, you know damn well where it started, and it's right in my room. This is ground zero. So I've gotten in trouble for it, but it's to the point where now they can't really stop me. It's just kind of I have to be responsible and like know when to stop. But if I don't, there's nothing telling me otherwise.
You'll face the consequences soon enough.
I'll face the consequences myself. They've warned me all my life, and now time to reap the rewards.
You fly away, bird, fly.
Fly. They're like, all right, bet. See what happens. See what happens. You stay up until 3 a.m. playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Wakes
become
up
brain
the
dead
next
and
day
tired.
and exactly.
Exactly. It's
Begs for
terrible.
coffee in the morning. Oh gee.
Just not to point any fingers or anything.
Says nothing.
Yeah.
Coffee
Alright.
is delicious, okay?
I called it. I called it.
Good, but like, not too much, bro.
I had 3 cups of coffee yesterday.
Almost
Bro,
three.
Only three.
Three
Really?
cups.
Yeah,
Only?
only 3. Okay, it was that strong stuff, you know? I only drink black coffee, man.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, that's definitely not strong.
All right. I think this is a good place to end this. I think we
Yeah. I think we
showed our
covered like
opinions.
every single world topic.
It's a good introduction at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you all for joining us
Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you for
Yeah.
watching. If you made it this far.
all the way through. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll be back again in a few weeks, hopefully.
Yeah.
Make sure to like us, subscribe, drop a like,
subscribe, notifications.
hit that
Right,
the
It is.
bell icon, I've always wanted to say that.
Exactly.
Follow
Hit
us on
that bell
Instagram.
icon.
And
Leave us
enjoy the
comments.
Yes,
Discord.
exactly.
Leave us a
Instagram.
comment. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let us know.
Give us some feedback. Or tell us stories of your own.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think? Where do you think you'll be hypothetically if video games wasn't a thing? Let us know down in the comments below.
Yeah.
And on that note, that's it.
All
All right.
right.
Thank you all for joining us.
I bid thee good day.
Have a nice
And
day.
could.
Yay.
You just like the
I don't
the
know how
last
to
2
end.
seconds. The last 2 seconds is just Linju. Have a good day.
I don't know how to end, okay?
All right. That was good, guys.
Yeah,
Good
that was
job.
great.
Not bad.
All right.
Good start.